Welcome to Board
Game.
No, it's a trap. We're doing wrestling.
Wrestling.
It's the only way we could get Laurie to come in
I
here.
made my own board game.
That's not a board game.
Oh, you're playing it immediately.
What is this? A triple
A triple threat.
It's a triple threat.
triangle?
It was actually first of two, so I won. There you go. I didn't tell you the rules.
Rubbish. Anyway, welcome to Tables.
And lists.
And chairs?
Welcome to TLC. This is the show where we go through a specific wrestling category and we rank a top 10 of that category and reveal them one by one, and they each earn a numerical score point. And at the end of it, we'll total it all up and find out, I got through all of that, find out a definitive top 3 of today's category, the worst face turns ever.
Yeah, the good guy version. Because on patreon.com/WrestleTalk right now, you can go watch our 10 worst heel turns.
Yeah,
video.
so we did best heel turns last time, and we did best face turns over on Patreon. Switching it around this time, we're going to do worst face turns this time around, which actually I found harder than the heel turn one.
Face turns, I feel like they're longer. There's not a defined moment of a face turn, so you have to kind of go, what's the story? How did it fall out? And usually it's nothing happened.
That's it, right? Yeah, I think it's like you can rank it by the moment. I've gone like I did with the heel ones.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the moment, but also the sort of follow up to it, and in some cases the lack thereof.
For the heel turns ones we did, the best heel turns, I did it on the moment. But for this one, it's too tricky for face turns. They're more about the run, like you said. So, yeah, I have made this about the run of a face.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get into it. Let's do number 10. 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Big Show!
There it is. Taking the
Pick
Sullivan
one.
You can pick whatever you want.
Laurie's gone for The Big Show. Ollie has got Bobby Roode 2017, and I've got Randy Orton 2004. Do you want to take it through the joke one first?
Do you want to do the joke? What do you mean the joke one? Name a good one that he had. Name a good
face
one.
turn.
Yes, just they happened a lot.
Yeah, it was a
Basically,
good,
there's
a good face.
There's
turn.
over like 30 different turns in his career. So 15 of them probably would have been to a face.
Yeah.
None of them took particularly. It just completely killed his character. I think that's the problem, is like you can take Big Show turning is Big Show's only real characteristic apart from being tall.
There's a period when he went through Crying Guy.
Yeah, that was
Where that was my favourite Big Show when he was.
My favourite Big Show babyface is when he was wearing beanies all the time. Beanie Big Show, where he came out just looking like so comfy. Just comfy Big Show.
And he was a face in that run.
That's it. Yeah. That's one of my favourite face Big Shows.
Hey, look, I think the fact that you can just... That's the best that you've got.
He wore a beanie.
He had a hat. I know that's my character as well, but yes, I don't think that shows much.
He put those beanies on babies.
This is because it's like one of the first ones where you're like, I don't think the main roster is going to do NXT justice, because he was the top guy in NXT. Glorious was a huge thing. That was our favourite song. We all used to sing it. And then he just gets called up to the main roster as a generic face. No character to him. He's smiling. And you're like, oh, you start grabbing and clutching at straws, don't you? Like, oh, he's smiling because he's a delusional baby face. He thinks he's the best. And then they just kept booking him as a baby face, where, I checked, he won via grabbing the tights on Dolph Ziggler. So they couldn't even do the babyface booking right. He did nothing of note.
When he debuted on the main roster and he had the Glorious on the Titantron, I remember being in the most generic font possible. It's
Did they change the font?
It's like they were going out of their way to make him boring.
He feels the most like, of all the NXT champions, he feels the most like the main roster should understand this guy.
It's Triple H.
Because he's not like, he is, exactly. It's just like, he is the blueprint of what they were looking for, and they get given it and they just go, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, like Bayley.
Yeah.
They can't screw it. Don't worry, when Bayley and Bobby Roode get called up to the main roster, they're not going to screw it up.
Yeah. I've got Randy Orton 2004. This really felt like it was only done just so they could break Brock Lesnar's record for having the youngest world champion when he won it off of Chris Benoit. So he gets then kicked out of Evolution. He has it for a month, then just loses it to Triple H, and then he's boring, and then he just turns back into a heel so he can feud with The Undertaker
He
leading
lost
into
his
WrestleMania.
mojo, didn't he? It was just
Exactly.
like, yeah.
The second he turned face, he was so boring. And I think Randy Orton is someone who is just boring as a babyface, particularly like from the start of Orton's run until most recently, I guess. He
Zero Fs.
because he doesn't care now.
He's an anti-hero now, I think.
Yeah,
It's more kind of
maybe.
the like styling of his character. He's not really a proper face. He's just sort of, comes out, does some stuff, but really he's kind of against the corporation, kind of against most other people, except,
He's just happy.
Yeah, exactly. I think.
Whereas here he's just actual babyface, and he's just lost everything that makes him cool. Oh, we sure are having a lot of fun, and we're having just as much fun over at patreon.com/WrestleTalk, where we're counting down the worst heel turns. Here's a little clip.
It barely even happened at WrestleMania. That's the best thing about it.
It's just like, we need to film Monday Night Raw. What,
Yeah.
what are we going to put on there?
Loved it so much. Like the whole episode of Raw is like, you're not going to believe the shocking conclusion to WrestleMania 36 that you didn't see.
You didn't see.
And you spend
You
the
didn't see. I
And
think
you
that's
spend the whole episode being like, what's it going to be? And then it's, well, and it's like, oh lol, it's the big show.
In 2020.
2020.
And you could only do that because nobody was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Oh, Kyle's I didn't put Kyle on.
Kyle.
Cool
He
Kyle.
remembered Cool Kyle.
Cool Kyle
Hanging
from
out in the
2021.
woods with his mate Von Wagner.
Oh god, the Von Wagner stuff as well.
Yeah.
Didn't he? Was his like character trait? I've got a jacket now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's
He was
cool,
He was
Kyle.
cool, Kyle.
He has got a mullet.
Yeah,
So
it
it's
was-
Kyle O'Reilly 2021. So let's go through the rest of them. Lacey Evans in 2019.
Kyle O'Reilly as well.
I mean, Lacey's a good shout.
Lacey's a great shout in 2019. And I have got Steve Austin in 2001, which was high on my best heel turns, but it's low on my worst face turns. Why does he turn babyface at the end of 2001? Because the invasion's over and we need to scrap everything that we've done for the rest of for the start of this year.
Yeah.
So just from November onward, I'm just a face now. Why is he face? Because.
It's such a rug pull as well.
Yeah.
Because he's leading the alliance. He's leading the alliance. And
The
then it's,
night before, he was leading the alliance to destroy the WWF. The next night on Raw, he's just the face of the company again.
but he helps WWF win?
No.
No?
Angle helps Team WWF beat the Alliance. The next night on Raw, Angle is the heel
Yeah.
with Vince McMahon, who was the leader of the Team WWF, and Austin, the leader of the Alliance, is just like, I'm a face now.
Yeah.
Never apologizes for any of his actions, and is just a babyface.
They
again.
just thought fans had goldfish memories at that point. They just thought like, oh, it's a different day, so everyone resets their brains.
I mean, in WWF's defense, they were booing Angle and Vince, they were cheering Austin.
I was cheering Angle. it is like a bottle episode, but it was the whole invasion. And as soon as it ends, McMahon's a heel,
cool.
Austin's a
Back to ones, people. The sitcom's over.
Like Men in Black. You forgot all that happened. Sorry, Buff Bagwell's still here. Lacey Evans, or we could do Kyle O'Reilly if you'd like.
Yeah, like Lacey Evans 2019. Although she had another brief babyface push like 2022, I think, as well. But it's the same template where they're just like, this woman who's been the most dastardly, egotistical force in the women's division. Now she's a really respectable mother. But you know, she also used to be in the military.
Oh, yeah,
And, you know,
he's a vet.
But that's really impressive. And I remember when I heard it, I was like, oh, wow, that's good. But the way they presented her just made me not like any of that stuff. Yeah. So then the pandemic hits a couple of months later, so it's all skew-F anyway, everything's kind of out the window. They realise she's not good as a babyface, and do you know how she turns heel?
Oh, I can't remember.
In
Is it
June,
the karaoke?
she loses to Naomi in a karaoke competition.
Look, we did a lot of math in the pandemic. We didn't know how to fill 2 hours of SmackDown.
Yeah, but that could have taken place in any episode of SmackDown of the last 20 years. And yeah, she was annoyed that she lost.
Yeah, she also, the 2022 one is the one that sticks in my memory because she returns as a babyface and it's like she's a military vet, and then she gets drafted to Raw as a heel.
Yeah.
And then she drafts back to SmackDown like 2 weeks later and is a babyface again.
And they have like 2-3 minute video promos of her talking about her life story and all the hardships she's overcome. You're like, But I just don't buy it, even though it's the truth. I don't buy it.
Don't think that makes it you a babyface. I'm sorry.
And speaking of the truth, I just want to correct myself. Bagwell had been fired already. Anyway, so Kyle O'Reilly. Cool Kyle.
Cool Kyle. It felt like a slam dunk, right? To turn him face. It feels like it was a no-brainer. It's like the breakup of the Undisputed Era. It's all to feud with Cole. The character just doesn't work. Kyle, like, having to sort of stand there and be the center of it while just being this cool character. And then after that, he gets stuck in the mire of like being the transitional person between NXT and NXT 2.0, which was, we all remember, was f***ing awful. And he spends a lot of time in the woods with Von Wagner as part of that, just like broing out.
And he's
Cool
there to
Carl in the
put
woods.
over Von Wagner before he leaves.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then he just leaves.
Well, you need some charisma, don't you? So you put Von Wagner for oozes with the stuff.
Come Tuesday.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
He's gone back in time. We've got Lex Luger, 1993. Randy Orton,
Randy
2004.
Orton. There he
Very
is.
nice. And I have got Kevin Owens in
Ooh,
2018.
very good.
He was a heel, and then he went away. And then Vince McMahon brought him back because he was supposed to face heel champion Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. But then Kofi Mania got hot.
So they wrapped it all up in a month. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's 2019, isn't it? Not 2018.
Yeah.
It's 2019. Sorry, I got my dates wrong. It's 2019. So Kofi Mania hits. So then he's just a babyface doing nothing. And then he's friends with the New Day. And then he turns on the New Day and to face Kofi Kingston while Kofi's champion.
Yeah.
So this babyface run amounts to nothing because someone else got hot over him.
yeah, I remember because they were just like, oh, accept it, by the way, New Day and Kevin Owens are lifelong friends.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's a babyface turn of a happenstance, really.
Yep.
Vince bringing him out's really weird.
And he turns heel because Bryan's injured after
Yeah.
the Kofi feud, right? So
yeah. And so they just turn him heel. So it's a babyface turn that amounts to nothing.
fundamentally misunderstanding the character is what this is. It's going, yes, if he just becomes a completely different person, people will accept him because he's holding a belt. Not true.
Well, that's sometimes the problem, well, most of the time, with WWE's booking pre the modern era. A heel turn or a face turn doesn't just mean that their current attributes shift slightly.
Yes.
No, here's a whole new gimmick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas Roman Reigns would.
It's a personality transplant,
Yes.
is what it is,
Yeah,
and not
yeah.
just he could still be pretty much the same Randy Orton, but just on a different side, like just on the Randy Orton side rather than on the Evolution side and all the other stuff.
Lex Luger in 93.
Yeah, obviously I didn't live through this, but just historically, it
you're
was
so
the.
young.
Look at this guy.
You did live through that.
Yeah, you
Well,
were,
you
alive
just
in
weren't watching it.
1993.
I'm,
Yeah, you did.
Jurassic Park came
Gen
out that
Z.
year.
I'm born in 2014. Dave Bradshaw talks at me enough.
That you've now accepted that this is the truth.
Yeah, this is the baddest thing ever to have happened. It's just a classic case of Vince trying to build another Hogan.
We need a new Hogan.
Yeah, so Hogan had left. Lex, who was the narcissist over in WCW, comes in, and rather than lean into that sort of heelish look that he had, you know, the idea of, well, the really in shape guy is actually the baddie. Vince is like, yeah, but muscles. Well, you bodybuilding, right off the bodybuilding league and everything. Gives him the all-American gimmick, the Lex Express, but crucially, builds it to that SummerSlam match against Yokozuna, which he only wins by countout. So it really undermines him. That's a terrible idea.
Well, I think by that point, I think he'd realised that the Lex experiment
Yeah.
was not going to work out.
The Lex Express was failing to leave the station,
It really
I think.
was, yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Oh, Batista 2014.
Okay, yeah.
Alberto Del Rio 2013. And I've got Owen Hart in 1997. Brett's gone. You've got a ready-made babyface here in Owen Hart. He's the only one that stuck around. You can strap a rocket to him and push him right to the top. So they do. They turn him babyface. And he's the last Hart standing. He's going to go up against Shawn Michaels, but oh no. Well, Shawn doesn't want to put him over. Oh no. Well, we can't have him be a badass because...
It's like someone told Sean, we've got Hart at home.
Yeah.
No, we don't, because Sean's not going to put him over, and oh no, well, Steve doesn't want to put him over either because we've already got a badass who's a bit stone cold in the way that he presents himself, so Austin's not going to beat him, or Austin's not going to lose to him. I guess he could just be European champion. Yep,
Yeah.
that's it, and that's the Owen Hart babyface run. It lasts about a month, and then they're just like, nah, down to the lower levels with you, kid.
It's like the Montreal Screwjob didn't benefit the Hearts at all. Bret didn't fare well in WCW, but the bad guys, Vince and Shawn Michaels,
They did great out of
they
it.
did really well.
It's almost-
Triple H.
I was going to say Triple H, the guy who actually came up with the idea, has benefited the most from the Montreal Screwjob.
Oh, he's outlasted them all.
He's the last one standing. Batista 2014, Bootista.
Yeah, well, bless him. It's a case of wrong guy, wrong time. Turns up, is a babyface. Everybody wants Daniel Bryan, though, don't they? What about this Daniel Bryan guy? No, not Batista. Stop giving us Batista. We want some Bryan.
Yeah.
Please, take this back to the kitchen. Bryan, please.
And he just turns heel.
And then he just turns
afterwards
heel.
anyway.
And also, it's like that kind of thing of like, he's not getting the reaction he wants to get. And you can see that there's just frustration building on it. He's so annoyed.
Doesn't he flip off the crowd when he wins the Rumble?
Yeah, there's a couple of people he does flip off because he wanted to be cheered and they were booing him and he was like, oh. But he was doing a lot of interviews.
Real
at the time.
babyface stuff.
Yeah, he was doing interviews at the time being like, oh shit, this is Marks just want to cheer for this other guy.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, because he's great.
But didn't Batista want to come back as a heel?
He did say he wanted
And
to.
he was like, look,
pitch. So
not
that, you
gonna
can see where the
change.
frustration comes
Yeah.
from there, is it being presented in a way that you pitched the opposite, and you were like, well, that would work, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because I'm getting the reaction for the thing that I pitched,
Yeah.
and not the thing you're making me do.
It's hilarious as well because when he leaves, when he's a heel that goes back to Evolution, the last thing that Triple H said to him is like, you'll come crawling back when your next movie's a flop. That next movie was Guardians of the Galaxy.
This is my personal favourite, but ultimately it doesn't mean a thing. But the way they turned him face was running over Santa Claus.
It's legit.
That's an insane thing to say. He was a heel for when he debuted 2010, and this is 2013. So he's 3 years in. This is the first time he's going to turn face, and I think Ricardo Rodriguez has been beaten up. There's like an inkling of a face turn after the pay-per-view that year, the last pay-per-view. And then they have the Christmas special. And it's Mick Foley, who's weirdly never actually referenced as Mick Foley in the Father Christmas outfit. Del Rio comes in his car for the match with his big car entrance and hits Santa. And Santa's down. And they play it up like a serious injury angle.
He's very sorry.
And Del Rio gets out the car like, oh my God.
God.
Not laughing like a heel would do. Like, what have I done? and this
Well,
is...
in a film, he'd have to be the new
He has to
Santa
become.
Claus.
That's what he's worried about. He's going to have to be Santa.
He's like,
now.
oh God, I've Tim Allen to myself.
I've got a kid at home. I haven't got time for this.
He's like so clean shaven, but then
Yeah,
the big
immediately.
beard pops out.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh,
Oh, Sasha Banks.
Ah, good shout.
This is in 2016.
2016. We've got The Miz in 2012, and I've got Jeff Jarrett in 2007, and also in 2025.
It's a double entry for
Yeah.
Double J.
Look, I'm sorry. I love you, Jeff. Of course
Yeah.
I do. Love you. Bree woo, forever and ever and ever. But in 2007, no one in TNA wanted to cheer you. We don't care that you founded the company. I don't care that you want to be friends with Samoa Joe now. I'm not going to cheer you, Jeff Jarrett.
He's king of the mountain.
Exactly. That's what he should just be. You're the guy that ruins TNA main events. I'm not cheering for you now. And sorry, I know you wanted to have one last big retirement run and win the world title, but it was not going to happen. Not this year, not any year.
I couldn't find any AEW ones really to put on here. But you're right. That is a very funny bit. That when they stopped that weird babyface focus for Jeff, the company got really hot.
Yeah. And then actually when you put it on paper, man, Jeff Jarrett versus MJF, I bet you that's going to be great. And it really wasn't. No. And Jeff being like, I'm going to be the world champion. I was like, I don't think you are, though.
Oh, wow, yeah, you've gone... no one wanted that level of ambition from you.
You're not John Cena.
It's like, yeah, Goldberg's back. Oh, no, he's going for the world title. It's like that
God,
sort of
yeah.
thing.
Exactly, yeah. It's like in the same year we got Goldberg retiring, Cena and Hiroshi Tanahashi. Jeff Jarrett is right at the bottom of the list, and he's like, I'm going to be the world champion.
Happy to be there.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks. I feel like it's not actually too terrible. There was some good stuff happening in here, but I think this for me is just such a disappointment because this is coming up from NXT. This is her on the main roster. She's having all these matches with Charlotte, and she is just losing across the board. And it just showed the weakness of like WWE just didn't want to do anything with Sasha Banks, who was a brilliant character in NXT. The resignation of watching it and going, okay, this is not 4 horsewomen. This is Charlotte and 3 women. like,
And actually, it's Charlotte and
kind
2
of,
of them.
yeah, and it's only 2 of them at the
Bailey's
moment.
stuck.
Bailey's still stuck there. So like, it's that vibe of expose the weaknesses, I guess, in Sasha Banks' character.
Yeah.
But she's very good heel, and I think some of her babyface work didn't stick.
I think there are some wrestlers who are just always supposed to be heels.
Yeah.
I think Jeff Jarrett is one of them. I think Mercedes Moné is one of them. I think The Miz is one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have some thoughts on Sasha as well, just because that's a good one that I didn't include on my list either. Her babyface character didn't really connect, so she just started saying Eddie Guerrero to get cheers.
Yeah.
Well, that'll
Eddie
work.
Guerrero.
Well, that was when they basically just added one legend to each of the 4 horsewomen to be like, well, Charlotte, obviously, your dad's your one, but then it's like Bailey has to have Macho Man and Sasha has to have Eddie Guerrero.
But yeah, The Miz, again, someone who should always be a heel.
Yes.
He's just, unless he's in a feud with Shane McMahon. In which case, that frickin' works, and Miz Dad should be his manager because it's the greatest act of all time.
Was remarkably the best match at WrestleMania 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, of that 1,000,000-hour show.
Miz versus Shane. Who'd have
That
thunk
bit
it,
flew
man?
by. But Miz's gimmick is that he's not a good wrestler. Like he's never portrayed as a credible in-ring wrestler. So really the heat from the audience should come from us going, well, you're not worthy. That's a very difficult thing to suddenly turn into a face.
Yes.
Because the face does have to have some merit as a competitive athlete. Here they thought, well, how do we do that? Oh, he's been trained by Ric Flair.
Yeah, and
to
he
deliver
loves
the
America.
worst figure 4 of all time.
Awful,
Yeah.
awful. Why give someone a move they can't do?
Why give someone a move where they get lost on the way round? Like, every time he goes round that leg, he's like, oh, what was I doing again? Oh, yeah.
It's like watching people wrestle Bret Hart, where Bret Hart's putting his legs into position. So like, it's like actually, Survivor Series '97. You can see him literally telling Shawn, "You need to put my legs here to do the sharpshooter."
Yeah.
This is how this move is done.
But the one of the Miz's character elements is taking people's moves
Yes.
and doing them badly, like the world famous it kicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a heel thing.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
But
King
he
of
still
soft
does
style.
them as a face.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, the figure 4 was so bad for him, and he still uses it to this day.
3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Close. Miz 2012
so
for
close.
Laurie. Stone Cold Steve Austin in 2001 for Roy Davis. And I have got Kane in 2004. He turned babyface because he decided that the child that I raped into someone had been accidentally led to a miscarriage. I'm a good guy now.
It's a classic baby face.
And that pretty much is it.
That's a bit higher for me.
Yeah.
Look, he turned babyface because he was protecting the love of his life.
Why are you arguing that it's a good thing? You put him at number 5.
5.
Yeah, because I'm arguing why it's not higher on the list.
So-
he did it for honourable reasons.
For honourable reasons.
Yeah.
He did it probably to stay out of prison, I imagine.
It's WWE. It's not going to prison really. It's like his demon spawn had been got a miscarriage. That's a very tragic story.
That makes me a sad Satan.
Exactly. It made him a sad monster.
Kane's wrestling Matt Hardy.
Yeah.
So Lita sacrifices herself to say, don't beat up Matt Hardy anymore. I will let you sex me.
Yeah.
And Kane does that.
It sure does.
And Lita gets pregnant.
Yeah.
And then there's the miscarriage angle.
He falls on her.
Because he falls on her. And it was Snitsky's fault, although he kept saying it wasn't. And he booted a baby into the crowd.
And then Lita's the bad guy.
And Kane is the good guy.
Because she sides with Edge.
Because they are in a real life relationship. They become
Yes.
a screen couple, yeah.
It's just another way to dick on Matt Hardy.
Ultimately, vis-a-vis, we made fun of Matt Hardy.
Fuck you, Matt.
So we all got what we wanted. The Miz in 2012.
See above. Bless him. It's just not getting the character, is it? Like, he just should never really, apart from, like you said, again, Shane.
Well, have you ever seen that? Not many people know about it. This promo he did on Talking Smack.
Oh, f***.
And that one match with Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah.
They're like 3 weeks apart from each other. It's like, had a great 2016.
Yeah, incredible. Yeah.
Deserves that second title run.
What about the other 49 weeks of that year?
The other 12 years. Stone Cold. Yeah, we've already done it. I actually quite like, particularly on rewatching, heel Stone Cold.
Me too.
Like that psychotic thing, 2-man power trip's fun while it lasts. But then, like, yeah, wearing the hat and the
cowboy hat, you mean? Not just wearing a hat.
just wearing the hat, the beanie that he gives to Big Show. There's just like those cold blue eyes. Yeah, brilliant.
But then at the end of the year, he's just like, I'm a good guy now.
It's an unceremonious end. Like, they never really went full on heel Austin in a significant run. It's like, what, 7-8 months?
Yeah. Do you want to hear my conspiracy theory as to why? Triple H gets hurt.
Oh, so he has to become a...
Well, no, so the whole point of Austin turning heel was to turn Triple H babyface so that Austin could have a top guy to go against the top. Because Rock's gone. Rock's gone at the start of 01 after WrestleMania X7. So Austin's a heel, 2-man power trip. Triple H turns babyface, and it's Triple H and Austin throughout the summer with Triple H as the face and Austin the heel. Triple H goes out with the injury. It almost feels like they lost interest. Amazing how that happens sometimes, isn't it? 3, 2, 1. Oh, Del Rio.
Christmas time over
The
there.
infamous Santa incident.
The ISI.
Yeah.
Batista, but actually Rey Mysterio.
It was Rey Mysterio turned heel in that match. The crowd.
I got Charlotte Flair in 2018. How does she turn babyface? Well, she steals her friend's championship match at SummerSlam.
Very good, Charlotte.
Yep, and then she wins the title, and Becky Lynch turns heel, despite the fact we were all telling them, no, we want to cheer for Lynch and boo Flair. And WWE were like, it's reverso, it's Uno reverse card. Yeah. You're gonna boo Becky Lynch and cheer Charlotte Flair.
In my head, they course correct within a month.
Oh no!
But
it takes
so long.
Months. My favourite one of it though is at Survivor Series. Becky goes out with the injury, and it's because of Nia Jax, and it's supposed to be her versus Rousey, champion versus champion. And then so she gets hurt, and so she's going down the SmackDown line, and she gets to Asuka, and the place explodes, being like, "Yeah, Asuka!" And she moves past to Charlotte Flair and go, "Boo!" And then she's like, "You, my friend Charlotte, it's gonna be you." And I was like, "Oh, for God's sake!"
So some of the later picks definitely are more indicative of just us being annoyed at WWE as a company pushing the wrong people. In the wrong moral allegiance.
I think you could say that these are the square pegs in round holes of babyface pushes, which is Batista.
Yeah, Batista. Laurie's already had it. It's anyone could have seen this, and again, it's at that time when the part-timer thing was getting quite tired. You'd had 2-3 years of Rock in the years beforehand. No one wanted more part-timers. They wanted new stars that they liked. And yeah, there was a Daniel Bryan right there.
And they can guarantee would stick around.
Yeah. He wouldn't get injured, and CM Punk wouldn't leave, and and the Shield would stay together, and Bray Wyatt would beat John Cena. They had all the parts at the start of 2014. But yeah, they chose Batista. I love Batista. I think it's a great idea to bring him back, but it should have been as a heel.
And he ran over Santa.
He ran over Santa, didn't he? Bless him in his big car. I think just having a big car just disqualifies you from being a babyface. Yeah. I'm sorry. Being rich doesn't make you good.
3, 2, 1.
We did it! Charlotte Flair for me and Laurie.
And I've got The Miz in 2012. Hey, this will turn him babyface. Don't have a faux hawk anymore. Now he's got a side parting.
Figure fours all round though.
Well, yeah. And he likes America. That's what will turn him babyface. Doesn't last very long, and the crowd just talk about things people didn't want. The Miz is a babyface in 2017. But yeah, you can rag on Charlotte Flair now.
She wasn't the person the crowd wanted, and the crowd was so vocal. Sometimes, like with Roman Reigns, for instance, the crowd are just like, no, we want him turned heel. But in this one, it was, no, we want Becky Lynch face. Like, there was a clear person they wanted to cheer. But WWE belligerently just kept on going ahead with Flair.
Well, they just had nowhere for her as well. I think because they didn't have that mid-card women's titles, they just had nothing for Charlotte to do. And they were just like, well, she just needs to be at the top because she's Charlotte Flair. So they were like, well, we'll put her at the top. And then it's like, and then the other thing that's sort of evolving out of what the crowd actually want, we'll start to listen to it. But it's going to take months and months and months. And by the time it happened, Charlotte Flair's already all over the thing, and it comes out slightly wrong.
There's a bit in WWE Unreal in the third episode where they focus on Flair coming back from her injury, and she's like, I'm going to miss WrestleMania. And that's weird because I've been involved in WrestleMania for like the last 10 years, and every time it's been involved in title matches because that's what I'm bred for. I'm bred to be in title matches at WrestleMania. And it's like, oh, wow, what's happened to you? What happened to this weird mindset that you now have that you were bred to just be in title matches? But it is because if they had nothing for her to do, they were just like,
Title match?
the triple threat. We'll just put Charlotte in there. Now it's a triple threat. She's going to be in that match.
Well, they think she's box office, and I think that's not necessarily true.
Even at Evolution 2, they were like, oh man, Charlotte and Becky had one of the best women's matches ever. And it's like, yeah, but in the wrong dynamics. Because Charlotte's the babyface and Becky's the heel. The match actually fundamentally doesn't work because the crowd aren't with it. And like Charlotte, it's not her fault. Like, it is very much the company that we're angry at here. WrestleMania 2019, 35. It should be Becky and Ronda, and they just can't help themselves. They're just like, oh, no, actually, Charlotte's in there. And she's also a champion as well, by the way.
Yeah, they just don't think about it's going to land.
For no reason.
Like, Vince is just, here she is.
Here she is.
I think the company wanted her to be a babyface because in their mind, that's the image they want to project to the mainstream publications. Like Roman Reigns, he looks the part. He should be the babyface representing us. In Vince's ideal world at this time, Charlotte and Roman are beloved by everyone.
3, 2, 1.
Alberto Del Rio, Kane.
2004, what an honourable guy. Roman Reigns, 2014 through to 2020. And I've got Alberto Del Rio in 2013. It's high on my list. I wanted to do this just for the moment. How does it turn babyface? He ran over Santa and felt bad about it.
And you somehow thought that's worse than this.
It's like, in a moment...
He ran over a baby.
Yeah, but it wasn't
Not his baby,
fault.
though, yeah.
It wasn't his fault. It was Snitsky's fault, despite his protestations. Del Rio turns babyface, and it doesn't land. Kane.
Kane doesn't land.
He landed on Lita.
I think it's more the character motivation here that doesn't land. For reasons said above.
It's Lita. It's Lita ending up as the bad guy that makes me... I know, of course, there's the rape and there's the miscarriage, but then to have Lita, the bad person at the end, I'm like, that is the cherry on top of this horrible cake.
Yeah. And Roman.
He broke away from the Shield and then just didn't care about them anymore. Seth Rollins turned on him. And yeah, sure, now Paul Levesque tells you this is the most important thing in Roman's psyche. He did not care about it at the time. Dean Ambrose was the one who feuded with Seth and had the pay-per-view matches. Roman was like, oh, finally. I can move up the card now and wrestle John Cena and Randy Orton. He goes into goofy babyface mode. When we watched stuff for the breakup of the Shield, patreon.com/WrestleTalk for that series. Was it like a month?
It's less than.
It's less than a month.
It's like 2 weeks.
After the breakup of the Shield, Roman is poisoning Stephanie McMahon's coffee so Stephanie vomits over Vicky Guerrero.
It's like 2 weeks after the breakup of the Shield.
And then he gets injured. So he's out for a couple of last months of the year. Punk buries him indirectly on the podcast, the Art of Wrestling podcast. And then he wins the Rumble in 2015 and everyone boos him. And then they stick with it.
Oh, yeah.
For 5 more years. Suffering Succotash, I think, is in like the February. So it's an awful start to a never-ending run, and people, I feel like, are moving past it now. As though it wasn't bad. Like, John Cena wasn't bad because he's been good recently.
It was long ago, man. That's 5 years. He's been a baddie for 5. He's been good for 5 years.
I feel like the guy, like I'm the war vet going, but I remember.
We had to sit through it.
I'm annoyed that people are moving on.
There are some wrestling fans watching this now who didn't live through 2019.
The bloodline version of Roman is the Roman that he wanted to be, and it landed and it worked really well. So you go, well, okay, well, he was just being held back for, but it's 6 years of being held into this one thing.
6 years.
It's like, just say no. Like, even if he fires you, he's going to fire you anyway. Like, just say no.
3, 2, 1.
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, we got Roman Reigns at number 1 for Laurie and I, and Kane in 2004 for Ollie Davis.
What can I say? I'm a snowflake. I've said it twice. It's just, it's one of all the heel turns, it is by far the most distasteful.
Face turns, I mean.
Face turns.
Yeah.
Lita turns here.
No, I'm talking about Lita, because Lita should have been a face.
What she did was despicable.
Yeah. Poor Matt Hardy.
And Kane, these wake of innocent guys she left.
But yeah, Roman Reigns. I want to clarify post-Shield because he does turn babyface while in the Shield.
Good point, yeah.
And then they split up, and it's like 2 weeks after the Shield split up. He's a completely different character. Could not care less about the breakup of the Shield.
But with all the trappings of the Shield, he's still wearing wearing the uniform essentially.
His
he's still
music's the same.
We're having the music like it's. I think
that's
the main thing. I think that the crowd also like revolted against is like he's taken all the stuff and gone like, this is my stuff now, and forget these other two guys. Like
it does feel like WWE like, oh okay, people like this about the Shield, so we're just going to put it only on him.
Yeah.
Dean's get a complete different presentation, Seth is, but Roman's the exact same guy.
Yeah.
But he's John Cena now. It's like 2 weeks in and he's John Cena, goofy nonsense, doing comedy, doing bad promos. And it sucks. And I think you're watching it's like, well, why don't you care about the Shield then? These brothers that you claim that you were brothers in arms with. It's like, oh, and then like a couple of them say, it's like, oh, actually, yeah, I will fight you, Seth. And then they don't have a match because there's an angle instead and Roman gets hurt. But like it's after the breakup of the Shield, what's he doing? Fight the WWE Championship at the next pay-per-view? Doesn't care.
Yeah, so it was just a social ladder climbing exercise for him.
And then for 5 more years, we were just jamming this square peg into a round hole as to be like, you will like this. WrestleMania main event after WrestleMania main event after WrestleMania main event where we just booed and booed and booed. And eventually, when there were no fans in attendance anymore, we got a heel Roman and it was fine.
Which is probably good because we would have cheered when he turned heel.
There were no fans. It was during the pandemic. They were just like, well, it's not going to hurt house show attendance. So maybe we can just roll the dice and turn him heel.
Yeah, I mean, we all watched that we watched the Money in the Bank where they climbed those Titan Towers. So
which was the best match of the year.
Yeah, but they were trying a lot of stuff. Like, let's put it. They also did the Bray and the Wyatt party and the swamp match and all the other stuff.
I actually scrolled back yesterday on the WrestleTalk podcast, like on Apple Podcast, right? And I get to our WrestleMania 36 review, and we say like, it's better than you think. Like, is that what I thought at the time? It's better than we thought it was going to be. Well, Baron Corbin versus Elias.
It was a lonely time, all right? There wasn't much going on. We just had the big dog in his yard.
So yeah, the big dog. Anything you want to add on for dog food, Roman Reigns?
I really don't think so. I think it was just... Yeah, it was just it was just left the character with no charisma. Like, there was just nothing about that Roman Reigns that landed. He wasn't doing anything interesting. You were just watching them kind of like half go with it and half not go with it. They kept putting him in main events of WrestleMania, but you just never got over with doing the title run for him.
Yeah.
Just do the belt, do it for a bit, and then can we move on, please? But there's just no moving on. It just felt like we were just circling the same set of circumstances over and over again.
All right, I've got some results.
Ooh.
Lovely.
We have got, in at number 3, Charlotte Flair in 2018 with 23 points.
Strong.
At number 2, man, what a guy. Kane at number 2 in 2004 with 25 points. And at number 1 with 29 points. Roman Reigns post-Shield is the worst babyface turn.
That's a good top 3. Charlotte because it should have been Becky. Kane because of the awful things he did. And Roman because he was pushed incorrectly as the top babyface.
It was the world's slowest turn. World's slowest.
Thank you for watching this episode of TLC. We hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe and all that good jazz. And hey, if you want to watch us rank the best heel turns, click the video on screen right now.
It's more of a personal one.
Chairman Mao Punked.